It is really late. The grandparents let Adrian take a very late nap, and he would not go to sleep. What time is it? It is 12:43. Adrian fell asleep about 10 minutes ago. I'm drinking me some coffee. Yes, I'm drinking coffee at 12:43. 12, yeah, 12:43. Thinking, oh man, I wish it was 10:43. But what we do is we buy like a toy and we'll keep it on the kitchen table. And it's mainly for when Adrian gets really upset. We'll give it to him. So, and this happens maybe once every, I don't know, 3, 4 weeks, once a month if we're unlucky. But where her mom, my mother-in-law, is here during the day, she started to pick up a few things. Our kitchen table, it was messy. It had quite a few things on it that we hadn't cleaned off yet. So she was like, okay. She went ahead and she just basically, it's like I had like a jacket on, like laying on the table, and I don't remember what I had on it, but there was just like some books and some stuff and like games, stuff like that. And she basically took them, put them like pretty close to where they should have went. And well, the problem was is that the toy we had got Adrian normally was set in the center of the table, laying down, so he can't see it. So he can't see it. But what she had done, I have these got these things at Barnes and Noble. Basically, like you sculpt one of them, you sculpt a pumpkin, and like you put the eyes and everything on it, and the pumpkin just slowly melts. And then there's another one, it's a witch. You basically put the witch hat on, the eyes, the mouth, and everything. Arms chose the broom, and she just slowly melts. They're like 50% off their clearance bin. I mean, about been 75, I can't remember. But those two things she had sitting side by side, and on top of it, sitting straight up, the toy. It's just a car, is all it is. Basically, one of the Tonka. It's a big truck. It looks like a monster truck, and we just basically it's for like if he gets really really upset, and like I said, this not very often. But as he was running through the house playing and everything, I didn't notice it was sitting up there like that. Christy didn't notice it sit up there. All of a sudden, he stops, looks at there, and goes, "Twuck!" And I'm like, "What?" He has a bunch of cars. So I'm sitting there thinking, which truck is he talking about? And I'll look, and he has a Lightning McQueen car in his hand. He sets it on the table and goes, I'm like, no. But this is going to, we bought this to prevent a meltdown. And if I don't give it to him, it's going to cause a meltdown. So I was like, all right, I'll just go ahead and give it to him. I mean, it's like a few bucks. And he loves trucks to play with. But he got it. Oh, we opened it for him. And it's just like, this is going to keep him awake even longer. Because if he gets a new toy and it's close to bedtime, he stays awake. So, but we knew he wasn't going to go to sleep at his normal time. Because he took such a late nap. For some, when I did this, because my head was itching, I felt like there was something crawling on my hand. There's a bunch of spiders in my house. Ever since we bought this house, because when we bought it, the people had moved already, and so when we moved into it, the house had been empty for maybe a month. Well, there's a lot of spiders in this house. So basically, the first probably year, we were actually dealing with spiders quite a bit. Me, I'm not scared of them. My wife, she's not really scared of them, but she doesn't really like them either. So basically, I'd grab it, take it outside, and but still, yeah, like I've done that before and had a spider on my hand. Look, actually, I think I felt something. When I did that, I thought I felt a spider web. No. But yeah, I've actually had a spider come down from the ceiling and land on me. It's kind of funny though. One of my friends, his wife, is me and him was playing a board game. His wife is in my living room watching TV, and all of a sudden we just heard screaming. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, crap. Me and him jump up and run in there, and she's like doing this, and she's like, I was like, what? She's like, a spider, and I'm looking. I don't see one, and I finally get really close. There's this like spider. It's like the size of the head of a pin. I mean, it's tiny, tiny. I'm surprised she didn't saw it, but she's deathly afraid of spiders. And I was just basically like, because it was so. I was like, there's no way I could actually get it without killing it. So I just like, I'll just go ahead and I killed it and washed my hands and everything. But it was just kind of funny. But I mean, I understand if you have a phobia, it's not funny at all. But it's one of those things. It's kind of like we thought there was something wrong. We didn't know somebody was breaking in. It wasn't late, so we didn't think it's that. But like, did something catch on fire? Did my dog bite her? What was going on? But it's just a spider. So yeah, my house doesn't have a lot now. I've pretty much most of them moved on, but every so often I'll see one, and usually when I see one, talking about it's actually making my head right here itch now. But normally I'll see one, and they'll be like I think the biggest I've ever seen, or maybe I don't know about that big around. That's their legs spread out. I don't mean just their body. But yeah, I see them every so often, and they're just wolf spiders mostly. They're called that. I'm not sure if that's the real name of them, but basically they look like a wolf. They have the coloration of a wolf. So basically, you just grab them. I take a paper towel, grab it, take it outside, and because they keep other bugs away. I mean, I don't really want bugs in my house, and technically, spiders aren't bugs; they're arachnids. And if you're trying to think, okay, difference: insects, bugs, 6 legs, arachnids, 8 legs. So spiders, lobsters, things like that, they're all in the same family. But anyways, where was I? Adrian, not going to sleep. Yes. So yeah, the toy, he got that. We could let him play with it for a while, and he got happy. But today, so basically, we have our living room. I guess you could say it's your formal living room, dining room. Because basically, okay, you come in our front door. There's this big giant doorway to your left, and it goes into the family room. It's the kind of formal living room, whatever you want to call it, like that. And then there's another big giant door that goes into the dining room, which that table's pushed against the wall so that Adrian doesn't bump his head on it, so he can play on the floor. And then there's just a normal sized doorway goes into the kitchen. Well, there's another that goes this way, like the kitchen that has this there's like an area to put a table, and I feel like there's something on me now that I've been talking about spiders so much. But so yeah, then there's the kitchen, which is like the open floor plan design. So you have the kitchen, you have this then like there's a bar, then there's this table, and there's another doorway, and basically there's this big circle you can run around, so that you can go from the family room to the dining room to the kitchen to this hallway to the foyer and back into the family, and basically just run in a big circle. Well, Adrian, I was playing with the dogs. I was kind of like, they like to chase me. So I was kind of walking around really fast a few times. And I stopped, and Adrian got behind me and pushed me. And he was like, go away, go in there. What he's wanting me to run around again because he was following me around also. And it's really cute because every time I mean, we did that for like an hour because I was really trying to tire him out. And eventually I was just like, Daddy's tired. I got to sit down. And he kind of whined a little bit, but he understood. But then The dogs, they wanted to chase me around also. They love to do that. Normally, Chloe doesn't normally do that much, but today, I mean, she was like the one that chased me around the most. Thor, he'll actually kind of nips at my heel. He like if I have pants on, he'll grab my pants leg and kind of pull on it a little bit, like to say, "I got you." He doesn't do. If I have shorts on, he won't do it, but with pants, he will because he knows he can grab those without hurting me. I try not to let him do that, but like when he does it, like nobody, and he won't do it for like I'll run around a few times. He won't do it, and all of a sudden he'll get really excited and he'll kind of grab him. I'm like, no, 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 because I don't want him to. When Adrian gets older and he starts doing that with him, I don't want him to grab Adrian's pant leg and trip him. God, now this is actually annoying. Is that right here and here? Every so often, it feels like something's like going, like actually walking around to right here. And I'm like, stop. But my brain went blank again. Oh yeah, running around. So I'm trying not to get letting Thor do that because I don't want him to trip Adrian up. Chloe's pretty good about not. She doesn't. I don't think she's ever done that. She barks a lot. That's about it. She loves to like if she does like to get under your feet. If you're just doing like if you're cooking in the kitchen, she'll stay right under you, and it's so annoying. But she's cute, so she can get away with it. So yeah, so pretty much, I'm not sure if you call it chase or whatever I was playing with Adrian and the dogs, but we played for quite some time. It served to tire me out and didn't really tire Adrian out. The puppies slept though; they actually got tired. So yeah, tomorrow probably going to there's like a local Comic Con around here. I'm gonna travel there, go to it, and basically have some fun. Hopefully, there's gonna be. Let me think. There's some wrestlers there. I'm a huge wrestling fan. Jim Cornette, Ric Flair, Jake the Snake Roberts, Diamond Dallas Page, Mick Foley. I think that's it. There might be one or two more. Then like Jay and Silent Bob's going to be there, or Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, depending on if you want to use their real names or their character names. Let's see, what else was there? I don't even remember now. It's too late. My brain doesn't want to think. So yeah, I'm going to that. Taking Adrian to see if he likes it. Hopefully he will. Hopefully he doesn't get over there and start acting up and being a little turd, as I like to call it, when he does it. But yeah, that's going to be fun tomorrow. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to do filming because I don't really want to take my big camera, and my phone is pretty much full up on memory. I have to delete a bunch of stuff off this thing. And most of it's movies I recorded of Adrian and the dogs, and even though I have them backed up, I still feel bad deleting them off my phone because I do look at them quite a bit. But yeah, it's going to be pretty fun tomorrow. I've actually been playing the Switch quite a bit on lunch and stuff at work. That's something weird. I thought it's kind of funny. I've been hearing a lot about people having a lot of issues with it. Maybe I'm lucky, or maybe they just got unlucky, or were unlucky with getting a bad one. But I haven't had any issues. I mean, it's a pretty powerful console to be a handheld, and I think people may be treating it a little rougher than what they normally would treat a handheld, or they're treating it more like a handheld than they are a game console. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't carry it around without a case around it and a screen protector. I've seen a lot of people like broken screens and just weird issues like that. And there are some things like you can't use Bluetooth headphones and stuff like that. But then people, I'm thinking like, but why is that a big deal? You can't use a Bluetooth headset with the Xbox 360 unless you have an adapter. You can use it. You can't use one with the Vita or the 3DS or pretty much any other freaking console. I think you might be able to use one with the PlayStation 4, but that's about it. So yeah, there's a lot of issues that people are kind of talking about. I'm just like, okay, that's kind of funny. There are things like memory, like save games, taking memory cards and stuff like that. That I can see could be very annoying, but these are things that may be addressed in the future, maybe not. I don't know, but I understand. I don't. I see both sides when you talk about the Nintendo Switch. People going, "Oh, but you can't. I can't take this save game and put it under somebody else's console." Well, I think you can, as long as you sign into your profile on that console. Because when you play a game, when I launched Breath of the Wild, it asks what profile to save this under. Well, you save it under your profile. Do you really want to give your saved game to somebody else? I mean, there's a lot of games that people download save games. I mean, I did that on the Dreamcast with the Dead or Alive. I think that's DOA 2. I believe so, yeah. I downloaded a save game to get to the VMU. And what it did is there's somebody who took a hex editor and was able to change the age to 999. And what they're trying to figure out is the way to unlock, because if you, there was something you could do and it would put, is it Heather is her name? Or Krista, I can't remember, but the blonde girl that's the singer, you can play, like, it puts her mother onto the high score screen. And people are trying to figure out if there's a way to choose her as a playable character. So they're doing things, and if you did the whole, like, age to 999, it put her image there, and it's kind of weird. So nobody's really sure if that's possible or not. But right now, I mean, like, me personally, I generally don't download save games or save states or your save file. That'd be better, I think, to call it. I generally don't do that because I like to play the game myself and get and see the story. I want to experience it. I know some people talk about how they want to do it so they can get achievements unlocked and stuff like that, and I'm not that big. I'm not a big achievement person. I've known some people that try to get 100% on every game before they move to the next. I'll never do that. Too much work, and I ain't got any time for that. My eyes are starting to get very heavy now. I guess that means it's time for me to end this video. Holy crap, I've been talking for almost 20 minutes. But anyways, hope you guys had a good day. Mine, pretty good. Got to play with the kid, got to play with the puppies. Can't ask for much more than that. But don't you just love it when you forget what you want to say? Anyways, hope you had a good day. Talk to you about tomorrow.